goes and gone.
Driving.
What up, everyone? Welcome to Twin City Sports Talk. And yes, it is Twins opening day today. Well, home opener. Twins are 2-4, coming off two series, going 1-2 in against the Orioles and the Royals. Coming off of a win though, and a pretty decent win. I wouldn't have said that through the first couple innings of the game. They look like a fifth grade team. Playing Victor Caratini getting thrown out by 15 feet at third base.
The one thing I can appreciate on that is he shouldn't have gone. But what I can appreciate is one of two things. He never hesitated, so he was fully committed.
No, he hesitated. He hesitated.
He
hesitated twice. Because this was a weird one. It was a liner. It was a liner over like the second baseman or whatever. So he hesitated going from first to second because if the second baseman caught it, he would have been tagged out at first or whatever. So he hesitated there, and then he hesitated right as he got around second base if he was going to go. I appreciate him going. I want the Twins to be aggressive, but
that was the other thing I was going to say.
Yeah, I know that's what you're going to say.
Sorry, what inning? Do you remember second? I swear I never saw him hesitate. But then again, I was watching the highlights.
Corey said it on the broadcast that he hesitated twice. Him and Glenn Perkins did. And then Cody Clemens, the error that he scored on, Cody Clemens 100% did not know the count, because if Salvador Perez made that throw to second base, Cody's out by like 10 feet because Cody just started walking back to the dugout. Did you see that, Trev?
Yeah, with the gloves coming off.
Yeah, he's taking his glove. I'm like, oh, geez, this team, man.
But I will say, I did that a couple times, which when I saw it the first time, I kind of thought it was intentional just because the Twins, that's been discussed many times of if we're going to score runs, you got to be aggressive. Kind of the post, or really it all came post trade deadline, but now Derek Shelton's kind of brought it in. Okay, I just quickly saw the video. I'm watching the Caratini first to third going out. Let's see here. So yeah, Clemens hits it.
I don't know if it shows a clear.
He wasn't super okay. I wouldn't say he hesitated, but he wasn't going full speed, like rounding second. So yeah, I guess I was wrong. Because then they showed the full on replay, and not super fast around first, second.
He's also not a fast guy in general.
Well, right, that's the other thing. It looks like it was just a one hesitation because after that he was going, but then rounding second, it wasn't smooth at all. It could have been quicker, considering his speed.
Yeah, Twins opening day today at Target Field. Going to be a crisp 41 degrees. Is that what it is in Minneapolis?
Yeah, for temperature. And then honestly,
game time 39. Oh my gosh, 38 degrees, and what's the wind?
I don't think it's
the
too
wind's
bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, because I think I'm just gonna go long sleeve here, my sweatshirt, winter jacket. I don't need to wrap a Twins jersey for this freezing cold game. I'd rather be comfortable. I'll rock the hat, and then when we get the new hat, then I'll swap the hat, or I go double hat on hat. Now I'm just torn though, because with my glasses, with
sweaty head,
with the rain / snow. I think I'll go maybe baseball cap. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Or I'll just watch without the glasses. We'll figure it out.
We will. It's gonna be the worst opening day weather we've ever had. So, fun. I guess in our lifetime.
Well, I know.
Or that was the Metrodome. So,
I remembered after we talked about it last night, 2019, when I went with my buddies my senior year of high school. How we all left early because of a doctor's note. Kind of love it.
Very nice.
I remember that game was cold because one of my idiot friends did not dress for it. And he was just freezing the entire game. Felt bad for him, but life lesson. He learned.
Yeah. Before we get any further, we're going to get to our sponsor of today's video, Athlete's Edge with Jen Prouty. Again, Jen Prouty sponsored our ticket giveaway for opening day, which Van Villeran won about a week ago. So come stop by, and if anyone, I'll be wearing my Twin City Sports Talk hat. If you see us, come up to us. But for Jen Prouty, she specializes with competitive and elite athletes across a variety of sports like hockey, wrestling, and football, helping strengthen the mental side of their performance by developing skills like focus, confidence, emotional control, and consistency under pressure, working Locally and nationwide through virtual consulting, Jen uses evidence-based approaches to complement physical and technical training while supporting long-term development for all athletes. Here's how to get in contact. Our athletes at pc.com. And when you go there, tell them we sent you at Twin City Sports Talk. Jen, thanks for sponsoring. All right. We made predictions last night. We had a packed day of Minnesota sports. Twins win. Wild and Wolves played last night. 2 big games. Wolves played the Pistons, in which I got completely, screwed over, but it was my fault. Why? Here's the predictions. I said the Wolves would lose. That is correct. Trevor said they would win. That is incorrect. We both said the Wild would win. What? A little bit of a plus. I got the score prediction for the game. I said the Wild would win 5-2. That is 3 points in the point category. Now I have to start chipping away at Trevor here. So big win for me last night with the score prediction. As for our player predictions, wasn't a good night. Trevor got a very, very bad beat. Ayo Dosunmu, Trevor said, would have 16 plus points and 5 plus assists. He ended with 19 points and 4 assists. 1 assist away from a point for Trevor, but it's wrong. And Trevor and I kind of went hand in hand here. I kind of combated Trevor. He said no points for anyone in the Hughes trade. Hughes, Rossi, Zeev, and Ogren. That was wrong because Hughes picked up 1 point. But I said those 4 guys would combine for 2+ points. So we both got it wrong.
Nice.
I didn't want to do 1 because that's a layup. Out of those 4 guys, I know Ogren and all of them aren't key contributors, but they always had a chance for a point. But Hughes always has a chance for a point. So that would have been a layup. So I did 2+, but I got it wrong too. I got screwed over, and I'll tell you people why. I said Anthony Edwards would have 32+ points. He did not play last night, and I'll tell you why I made this prediction. I was telling Trevor this last night. The day before, I looked, and there was no injury designation for Anthony Edwards. Now, it is completely my fault that when I was making these predictions in yesterday's episode, that I didn't have the right mind to look again, because he did have an injury designation when I made the video yesterday. Either way, it's my fault. I'll take accountability myself, and I'll be better next time. The Wolves play tonight, and I will be better. So I'm sorry, everyone, but I got my player prediction wrong. Either way, I go 2-0. Trevor 1-1. I picked up 3 points tonight. Today we're going to be making predictions about the Twins series against the Rays here, and then the Wolves game tonight. But before any of that, this is our every game recap of Mats Zuccarello passing up an absolute key opportunity. And I have a video that I'm going to share again because, I mean, we can't go a Wild game without having one of my videos where I'm really mad at him for passing up these key opportunities. Here's the one from today. I'm going to play it once, and I can pause it for copyright issues. Visual audience, take it in, and you can go to the highlights. I'm assuming it's going to be on there, but take it in very quick. Here we go. Gets it up the right side and tries to pass, but his pass gets deflected from behind. I mean, what are we doing here? Matt, you have the key opportunity. Challenge the goalie, and if not, I get there. Was this Kirill on the other side? I don't know. But either way, yeah, I can get it. You have a pass, but it's the guy diving right behind Zuccarello here that gets his stick on the puck. So the pass doesn't even come close to getting through. But at least shoot low blocker and try to get a rebound or something. If you're going to take a shot, give it a rebound chance, or at least challenge the goalie here, because this turned out horribly and the puck didn't even go near the net. I'm going to play it one more time. So if I get copyrighted, I'm going to be mad. But here we go. Takes it in, and the puck goes to the corner.
The funny thing is teams probably know too, and they tell their defenders, or really all the players, but typically it's going to be a defender.
Yeah.
Once your first guy back is, if it's a 2-on-1, give Zuccarello the shot because he won't take it. And then sure enough, there he goes. Staring the goalie down right in front of his eyes. Let me pass.
It's to the point where LaPanta on the broadcast, Trevor and I talked, they're literally talking about it. Like, Ryan Carter's like, do you think Zuki's ever going to take that shot? And LaPanta's like, I don't think so. I'm like, that's not a good situation to be in. And here's the thing, like, LaPanta can't, like, I know, Trevor, you said he's on the podcast with Russo and stuff, and he talks not crap about the players, but he can be a little bit more harsh there than on a live broadcast. Because on the live broadcast, LaPanta always has to, well, this is his player type. He is a pass first guy. And then Ryan Carter, he doesn't care sometimes. Ryan's like, he's got to shoot the puck sometimes in these situations, because it happened like 3 other times in this game where they have key opportunities, put the puck near the net. Yeah. I mean, yes, he did have the amazing play to Kirill where Kirill passes across ice to Zuccarello and Zuccarello right away passes one-timer for Kirill. We love that connection. Obviously, we've loved it for years, but Zuccarello tries that 15 times in a game, and it happens every 5 games. The chances, not very high level chances. Either way, we're gonna every game here, even the playoffs, when Zuccarello does this stuff, we'll put it on here and go through it with all of you. But today's a holiday. It's Twins opening day. This is a full Twins episode.
Holiday,
yes.
Say. That's all right.
One other thing, Twins made a trade yesterday. We're gonna get through that real quick. Twins acquired right-handed pitcher Garrett Acton from the Marlins. I don't even know if I'm saying his name wrong. I've never heard of him, but we gave the Marlins Logan Whittaker, another just full minor league guy. And to get Acton on the 40-man, the Twins have transferred David Festa to the 60-day IL. I wouldn't be surprised if David doesn't pitch at all this year. I forget exactly what's going on. It's something with his arm. I forget if it's shoulder or elbow. I don't really know. But David's on the 60-day IL now, and they bring in Garrett Acton. Acton's only right shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's only made 7 games in his big league career, 7 appearances. But last year in AAA, he had 45 appearances, 3.68 ERA, but in 45 appearances, where I think it was about 51 innings, if I remember correctly, he struck out 72 and only walked 27. So very good strikeout to walk ratio. It's just extra bullpen depth for the Twins, and it's a good move. I like it because there's going to be injuries at some time. We're going to see our guy Andrew Bash hopefully up at some time with injuries. Garrett Acton, another guy that will most likely be up at some time. So, yeah, good move by the Twins. Just extra depth. It's something I think they are going to be happy about in the long run here for this season. So,
true that.
Yeah. All right. This is the big topic for today. Or do you have something else?
Well, I was just going to say, I just realized as I'm kind of scrolling through Acton stuff, 35th round selection by the White Sox at pick 1046. That's maybe the latest I've seen a guy go in like the 35th round.
Yeah, it's a late one.
Cool.
Yep. All right. I want to talk about this topic. The Twins are not going to contend this year, everyone. For people for the 4% on the MLB Hope-O-Meter scale that are optimistic about the Twins, join the other 96%. The Twins will not contend for really anything this year. The question of today is, how early are the Twins going to start trying out some prospects? Trying out their top prospects, guys that could be on the fringe come next year, because there's a lot of guys that are not MLB ready, but close to it and need a little bit of runway, test them out a little bit. I mean, some obvious ones right away. You need to get Emmanuel Rodriguez some time in the MLB. I mean, I think he's either 23 or he might be 24 now. I know he's 23, but I forget how old he is. Kalen Culpepper is the best player in their minor league system, and he will get time this year, especially because now it has been, well, a half season in 2024, a full season last year, and obviously it's a super small sample size to start this year, but Brooks Lee is not doing well from the plate. Not good at all. And so eventually, I mean, maybe it's a hot take. I don't know. Maybe I should save this for Tuesday, but Kalen Culpepper will easily take over Brooks Lee's spot at some time. just as gifted defensively, and the bat is undoubted for Kalen Culpepper. And then there's other guys. I mean, Walker Jenkins can't stay off the injured list. I mean, he just can't stay off the IL. So that stinks. Yeah. But another guy's Henry Mendez. Henry Mendez has always just been climbing up the minor leagues, like at the levels. And every year, his average goes up 20 points higher. And so he keeps getting going every single year. He's going to be a guy you need to try out this year, too. Another lefty outfield bat, but you got him back in the Harrison Bader trade last season. And then for some pitchers, Connor Prelip, Kendry Rojas, who you got back in the Louis Varland trade. There is quite a bit of guys. I want to see Marco Raya get time in the big leagues too this year. But the question is, like, how early do you say, scratch this team right now? We need to see what we got loaded here for the future, because the Twins prospect pool is one of the best in the league. I mean, it is the second rated in the entire league, but I mean, the eye test, it's there. You got a lot of guys ready. And I mean, maybe Aaron Sabato too. He just had his first actual good season last year, and now he's 25 or 26.
Yeah,
or maybe even older. I forget.
Sabato, I think I've given up on. We'll see.
I think so too. But
he did he did finally have his good year, but considering as a first rounder, it took him that long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll see. I honestly, realistically think they'll give it till June. You give it like 2 full months to see if you've got anything.
Yeah.
And then, but the thing is, it's gonna be hard opening roster spots until they start trading again, which isn't saying a whole lot considering they were willing to trade the entire team away at the deadline. So, but until moves happen, it's not like you're really gonna send anyone down. I mean, sure, you could DFA Clemens. He really doesn't have trade value.
I mean, there's a few guys at like Outman. You could DFA Tristan Gray. There's definitely a few spots.
Yeah,
have some leeway.
Or wait, Wegeman didn't make.
Wegeman's not on.
Yeah. Tristan Gray, Clemens,
Gray, Clemens, James Outman.
Yeah,
you're not going to DFA Martin, but
right.
It's 3 spots, which
that's
a good that's a good amount of spots for guys that want to work their way up. They have a runway for sure.
And then injuries are going to happen too. Now, it would have to be a 60-man to open up. Well, unless the guy's already on the 40-man, then you just need a roster spot. But like you mentioned with the pitcher we just traded for the minor league depth.
Yep.
When Fest went to the 60-man, that removes him for the 40-man while he's injured. But then, he'll be re-added when he gets activated, and then it's the waiver game. So we'll worry about that when that time comes, when Fest is healthy. But I guess that's true. 3 open spots earlier in the year, and then as injuries happen and you get closer to trade deadline, or just trade season, late June, July, up to the trade deadline, spots will open as well. So true that. Go Twins.
Yeah, I honestly think like if you read out like the start of the year for this is so broad, but like averages for batting average for like all these guys on the team, for all accounts, everyone is sucking right now. I mean, the Twins lineup has done nothing.
Rough.
And if I truly think if it continues to be like this for the whole month of April and then halfway through May, I think because last year Luke Keyshaw, it was because of injuries and stuff too, but Luke Keyshaw got brought up instead of Edward Julian back in May last year at the start of May. Like they were like, okay, Eddie's stinking it up. Give Luke Keyshaw some time. And obviously Luke got hurt, but he used his time very well. But does Brooks Lee have an option? Because Brooks Lee looks, I mean, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to overstep, but he looks awful from the plate right now. He looks so uncomfortable. He's batting 9th almost every game now when he's in. They have no trust in him. And defensively, he's made 2 errors to start the year. I guess they might not be counted as errors, but it's these pick plays where where the ball's kind of right in the middle of like, do I scoop it or do I just let it hop to me?
The play where you have hesitation,
he's not making the plays he should be. and he's capable of. He's good defensively, but does he have a minor league option left? Because I could totally see a Matt Wallner situation where they send him down and be like, Kalen Culpepper, prove yourself here, or anything like that, Like, I could really, really see it. And back to the pitching real quick as you're looking that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Twins will have injuries in the bullpen starting. You are going to see Marco Raya. Travis Adams, I'm not too psyched about, but you will see him most likely this year at some time. Kendry Rojas, Connor Prelip is a big one, lefty. Probably the nearest lefty coming up to the MLB in the Twins system now. You're going to see pitchers, but the lineup is where there's still going to be injuries at some time, but the lineup is where it gets tricky because it's just your pitchers for bullpen. They pitch every 3 days, every 2 days. The lineup, you're in there every day. You're trying to produce every single day. So it's a bigger deal sending down someone. If it were to come to that, sending down a lineup bat like James Outman or a Tristan Gray for a minor leaguer. But
one thing with Outman would go through waivers, so
yeah,
there's a chance you would lose them because that's the whole reason. If you remember, the whole reason they picked Outman over Rodon because they could send Rodon down free, where Outman was going to clear waivers. And
that's another one, Rodon, too.
For Cubs.
Forgot about Rodon too.
Yeah, Rodon will probably honestly be the first call up because it probably will be Outman. Then I don't know. Obviously, you lose a little bit of speed. I think Outman's slightly better on defense. Defensively, I'm not familiar with really either each, but at least for the late game situation for pitch running, Outman's a better fit for that. But for just long-term success and building for the future, you would just rather have Rodon play and just accept the fact that we're going to be bad this year.
Yeah.
For Brooks Lee, I forget where you can see the minor league options. I feel like he's probably got one left.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like he has just one left. That's all I'm kind of hoping for.
I guess we'll know as we get later in the year. Because if he continues to be bad and they don't send him down, then it's going to be kind of obvious he's out.
Yep. Oh, very obvious. Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about is because you go into this year, you're kind of thinking, well, he has his spot solidified. He doesn't have to sit behind Carlos Correa for the shortstop spot. And we did talk about maybe there is more pressure now because it is his spot to lose. With Kalen Culpepper coming up, they just drafted another shortstop in Merrick Houston, who's starting in Double A, I'm pretty sure, or maybe I'm forgetting. It might be High A, Cedar Rapids, but either way, there's a lot of guys below him. Do you think that's more or less pressure? Do you think there was pressure to perform when you're sitting behind Carlos Correa, one of the best defensive and just shortstops overall in the league? Or do you think it's more pressure now? It's your job to lose with all these great prospects coming up. What do you think? It's a good question. That's a nail. That's a nail biter.
I was going to say with Correa, you could sense Correa's time is ticking. I still don't regret that trade at all, where you can dump majority of his remaining salary. So I don't, even with Brooks Lee sucking too, I guess at least I can clarify. I don't miss Carlos Correa in the slightest. I just don't miss his presence. I don't miss the injury bug dude who's getting paid whatever his salary was, $35 million, whatever it is. And I think he's doing well in Houston, but let's see how he's doing July when he's on the injured list. Then we can talk about him playing well.
All right, we're on Brooks Lee.
I just had to clarify that as we're ripping on Brooks Lee. Yeah, and then there's the whole other thing of Twins not being able to identify the right players in the first round, which we'll probably go more in depth about another time. For Brooks Lee, I don't know, probably pressure a little bit more of prospects being around the corner just because you do have the hype of Culpepper and he's knocking on the door right there. So maybe you had the prospects. I don't know, just got feeling I've never been high on Brooks Lee either. He just doesn't we've never got that feeling of this is a guy we can depend on year after year.
He's a guy because he did tear up pitching in the minor leagues. He was really good. He worked his way up fast.
Just
maybe he just needs more time, but
he just seems to be some normal guy that's going to eat peanut butter and jelly, nothing
in the
out of the ordinary. Like, I don't know. He just
where did the Uncrustables go?
Yeah,
they're on Brooks' locker.
Every time I see him, he's never like stood out. Like I've never seen the hype around him, other than you can play him a little everywhere, and he's just kind of balanced, right? He can hit for a little power. He's got the switch hitting, or the fact he can hit as a switch hitter. Now, can he actually hit as a switch hitter?
I was going to say we can argue that, but
he's got the ability to hit as a switch hitter. So there's that side. I guess you can move him around in the infield, besides first base. But yeah, I don't know. I've got the gut feeling it's been too many busts of first round picks.
Yeah.
And so even if you're a first rounder, it's like maybe a 50% success rate. And I guess I don't know what the MLB average is. I know when it comes to drafting hockey and baseball players, it's so hard because unless you're a top pick, like top 5 or even like top 3, most of the guys, so in hockey or baseball, right? Baseball, you got to grind through the minors. It's going to be at probably 3, 4, 5 years before you realistically get called up.
Yeah.
Same thing in hockey, whether you're a European player or you're going to play college hockey or whatever the case, or maybe do sign right away and then you got to work your way up through the minor league system. So it's always hard to know. Like drafting first round is completely different than NFL because those guys play right away. For hockey, baseball, they don't. But
really good.
Yeah, back to your question. I would think probably the prospects. I don't know. Because
I agree.
The second part was replacing Correa. You're saying like being the replacement.
Well, yeah, like you're trying to still work your way up and prove yourself. It's either prove yourself or you have your job. And I would agree. The prospects coming up,
I guess
losing your job,
kind of equally, I'd say, but maybe more pressure. Just because every game that he continues to struggle and that confidence lowers and lowers for Brooks Lee, and then especially to have like Culpepper or someone is knocking on the door, to potentially take that spot. But then there's another thing. If he's got it deep in his brain, he'll never publicly admit this. But you got to think, my teammate Royce Lewis, we love him. Sure, Brooks Lee and Royce are best friends and all that. But Royce is always hurt. So even if I suck at shortstop, all I got to do is wait for Royce Lewis, pull another hammy or whatnot.
Then my job's safe.
What is it with injury bugs too? Buxton, and now you got Walker Jenkins. We've got Royce Lewis. I don't know. There's so many things. I don't know if Brooks Lee will be in jeopardy of losing this job unless he absolutely can't hit for months on end.
It's going that way.
Especially if he doesn't have the minor league option, because then it's how much time do you give him? I guess you do have the time to experiment or work it out because you're not looking to contend. It's the opposite of what the David Jiricek plan was, right? The Wild thought they could develop Jiricek, but now we're in win now mode, and we're not waiting until next year. We're focused on this year. So you traded a Jiricek for a guy that can produce right now in Bobby Brink. But in the Twins case, you're going to suck. So Lee can get the extra at bat. So overall, it just might suck for Brooks. It might suck for team performance.
Brooks does have a minor league option remaining. And so I am all in. Well, I can just totally see the Twins sending him down mid-May here. The biggest issue with him hitting is Brooks cannot right now pull a good at bat. He's struck out on 3 pitches many times now to start the year. And then all of his other at bats, it's weak contact. Like there's underlying stats where Luke Keyshaw, he's hitting like 190, but his like batting, like his exit velocity is up like 5 miles per hour than his average from last year, where he hit 302. Luke Keyshaw is smacking the ball around. It's not finding green grass. There's underlying stats with the guys, but Brooks, nothing is in his favor. He's not pulling good at bats. He's striking out on 3 pitches. He's swinging. He's chasing at everything on the right side of the plate. He's swinging at back foot sliders, everything outside of the zone. Brooks is on it. So that's the big issue, is he just can't pull a good at bat here. One thing I wanted to go through real quick is just so everyone knows, one thing we're excited about, and middle of summer, there's not going to, when the Wild and Wolves are done their season, it's like it's going to be pretty chill on Twin City Sports Talk for a while. Not a lot of content. So every week we'll do an episode of a minor league check-in where we're going to go through the whole Twins system and really get to know every single guy in this minor league system. It'll help Trevor and I remember everyone, which we know a good amount of them already and know a lot about them. But what I wanted to do today is just a kind of slight one. I think Wichita had their opening day yesterday, so they're AA. Single A's in like a week or something. Either way, just a couple things to note. Our guy, Andrew Bash, we had him on, close to a month and a half ago. I forget.
Yeah, so I feel like it was still like, what was it, week 2 of spring training?
Yeah, I think it was about a month. Yeah. Right now, 1.4 ERA for Andrew in 6 innings pitched. Good job, Andrew. Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. But a few other ones to note. John Klein is the guy the Twins kept on the 40-man to protect from the Rule 5 draft.
Or added, but yes.
Added, yes. He's only pitched 2 innings, but he striked 4 guys out. Not any runs allowed in his first couple of appearances here. One bigger thing, Zebby Matthews got absolutely shelled in his first appearance. He pitched 4 innings, let up 5 or 6 earned runs. 5 earned runs on 7 hits, only had 2 strikeouts on 83 pitches. Not a good look for Zebby. I didn't check on Marco Raya yet. Marco also got shelled, so that's not good to see. But a few other ones. I mean, people have seen the highlights. Kalen Culpepper, obviously off to a hot start, batting 304 and like the 25.
Well,
Rodin, Emmanuel Rodriguez hitting like 240 or something.
Even Jenkins, 14 at bats, 286 with an RBI.
Yeah, not bad at all.
The top guys we're all excited for. I mean, there's a lot, but like the top guys, Jenkins,
but
Rodin,
Gabriel Gonzalez. Gabriel Gonzalez is the one bad one here. He's batting like 76 in his like 20 at bats or whatever. Either way, a very hot start for the Saints. So good stuff. And there's a few other pitchers that I could go through right now. Matt Bowman, Dan Altavilla. He'll probably find himself up on the Twins at some time this year. So either way, we're gonna do a weekly like minor league check-in, and that'll be fun. Give us an episode every single week to get out there. One last chat before we get to our predictions for the Twins series and the Wolves game tonight. The MLB is in kind of a phase in the past week where these organizations are giving their top prospect this 8-year deal, $8 million per season, $10 million per season. I mean, just today, the Pirates signed Connor Griffin, their top prospect, 9 years, $140 million. So 12 million per, like 13 million per season, something like that. But that's the number one prospect in baseball. He's most likely going to be a stud. But a few days ago, too, the Mariners, the Mariners, who did they sign? They did it too. Colt Emerson. Yeah. I was thinking of the Braves. The Braves signed their catcher Drake Baldwin to an 8-year contract extension worth $80 million. So 8 year, $10 million per. All in my might, if I was Mr. Not Felvey, but Jeremy Zoll, if I was Jeremy, Kalen Culpepper is staying in Minnesota for an 8-year contract. And I want to know, like, would you do that, Trev? I think it's a no-brainer if you can get it done. I don't know if he wants to stay in Minnesota.
Are the Twins willing to spend $10 million per on a guy that has no MLB experience? Huh. But would I? Yeah, I think I would. Yeah. I would have to do a deeper dive at Culpepper. Like, as far as I remember, I don't remember him having any significant injuries, right?
No, he's that's the biggest thing for us.
Like,
he's healthy.
Like if we were talking 8 years, $80 million for Jenkins, that would probably still work out too. But with Jenkins, it's the injury bug that Buxton and Royce have dealt with. So So first, you got to ask injuries, but if we're both right, I don't remember Culpepper being hurt for anything major, like concerning. So that's clear. And then obviously he's been performing in the minors. So and obviously he's very highly projected to be a very solid everyday player.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously with the Twins eventually when he gets his call up. So I mean, if you do the math between the first 3 years is rookie minimum salary.
Yeah.
So That's that. But then years 4, 5, and 6 is your arbitration years. Because obviously, for people that don't know, you don't become free agent eligible if the team keeps you on the roster, the 40-man roster. You need to play 6 full seasons in the MLB, or not. You don't got to play the full season, but majority of it. So basically 6 seasons of playing most, if not the entire, or not that you got to play in the games, but be on the roster for majority, if not the full year. So after 6 years, that's when then they become free agent eligible if their contract is expiring. So that's why a lot of teams are doing like 8 years. So it's an additional 2 years rather than the typical like 6 before they come free agent eligible. So you bet on them early, but then on the player side, they get paid more than you would in those first 6 years, plus the 2 years of like what would be your free agent eligible money. So, so it would, from the Twins, I mean, your budget is probably going to be, now obviously, as much as we rip on the cheap pull ads and the Twins just being really annoying to deal with like the last 3 years. Some teams got it worse than us. Like, isn't Cleveland in a worse spot than we are?
Cleveland is, their payroll is like 30 million less than us.
So it could be worse, which is crazy to kind of consider.
Well, dude,
for the Twins, just for like
Jose Ramirez is like 60% of their payroll, I'm pretty sure.
It's gotta be. I mean, especially doing the whole Clase debacle. No, I don't think Clase had anything crazy for a salary, but he was about to if he had it already. Because
he would have got
it. It's not like Clase was in the league forever. But Cleveland, very low budget. There's other teams with a super or lower budget. It's probably a better word for it than what the Twins are at. But I mean, if Culpepper would be willing to sign 8 years, $80 million, and the Twins don't do it because the pull ads don't want to spend that much money on as of right now, he's an unproven, because he hasn't played yet, would just be so.
I just wonder if they've had those chats with him.
Right.
I feel like they've definitely had to, because you brought it up. There's a reason I didn't mention Walker Jenkins, or I mean, Emmanuel Rodriguez would never be in this conversation, but Rodriguez also has a ton of injuries he always deals with. And so it's like Kalen is the only guy that would fit this mold.
And he's the shortstop too, right?
Yeah, he is your premier
center
position.
Field. It's the most premier position. That's why, every year in the MLB draft, you see all these stud college or high school kids that are like shortstops or center fielders. Because if they don't pan out there, if you can play shortstop or center, then you can play obviously corner outfield, or you could move and
then you can be a good third baseman.
Yeah.
Instead of being a great shortstop, you can be a good third baseman.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely something I would do, something you would do. I think a lot of Twins fans, if they have watched Kalen Culpepper and know enough about him, I think it's a no-brainer, but I just don't know if you can convince Kalen Culpepper to stay in the cold for 8 years. I think if you put him, because here's the thing, money's not guaranteed. Like, that's the whole thing with these deals is like, you might here's the thing, say you do get injured, a big injury, like, what if you didn't accept this money? Like, if you're in Kalen Culpepper's shoes, say you didn't accept it, and then you're like, I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to hit free agency in 5 or 6 years, and then I'm going to get paid $30 million a year. What if something happens? It's guaranteed money. So that's the whole reason why people sign these contracts. But I think if you gave him like a contract that said 8 years, 10 or 12 million per, like, I think you would have to accept. But
actually, I should look this up. Because kind of the point back I was making too. So the first 3 years you're making darn near the league minimum.
Yep.
Pre-arbitration, whatever you want to call it. Those first 3 years of your MLB time for any player, they make like no money. So that's just what it is. I'm gonna quickly look up average arbitration salary.
Average arbitration salary for position players would,
because that's kind of the whole thing for because you got to take the years 4, 5, 6 before free agent eligible, and then you have to account years like the first years of their free agent eligible. So you're betting on 3 years of arbitration salary, which is anything crazy, but that's when they can start getting a decent payday. And then the free agent money is when it's really those 5 years of what is like 95% of that 80 million salary that the Colts have done, and not the Colts. I'm thinking of Colt Emerson.
The
Mariners did with Colt Emerson, and then the one I'm blanking that we just mentioned, or that you mentioned,
the Pirates,
and
the Atlanta Braves. They all did it.
Yeah, with Baldwin. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, 95% of the salary are those, like the 5 later years out of the 8 years. So I looked it up. So roughly, it can. Oh wow, it's kind of a wider gap than I realized, but I guess it kind of makes sense depending on how good or not the players.
Yep.
So arbitration could be anywhere from like 1.8 to 8 million, and then each additional year of arbitration, it does go up as well. More times than not, or always. I forget exactly.
Yep.
So the whole arbitration thing is basically, it's that middle ground. The team that in this case would be let's say it's Culpepper and the Twins a couple years from now, right? So Culpepper and his agent would put in what he think he's worth for that upcoming season, and then the Twins would put in a number that they feel like he's worth, and then if neither can agree, then it's like a baseball judge, and they determine who wins that salary arbitration. And that only happens, not that every team does it. That only happens if a team can't agree to another 1-year deal or a multi-year deal. So there's a couple ways you can go about it. You could just re-sign that player, or arbitration would be that kind of that middle ground. Between the two.
It's just the conversation the Twins need to have with Kalen. He's the only guy that's available to do this. You're not going to trust him.
Yeah. So year 3 is estimated anywhere from like 1.8 to 3.3 million. And then years 4 and 5 of arbitration could be anywhere from $4 to $8 million. So if you do quick math, let's say final year of arbitration 8 plus 4, so that's 12 plus another like 315. So really, I guess it's like 15 million of estimated arbitration money for those 3 years. Rookie league minimum salary for 3. So like, I guess 90% of that 80 million would be the first 2 free agent eligible years. Which is kind of what we've basically been saying. So
yeah. All right. We got to get to our predictions for today's start of the series. If people don't know, this is how we're going to do our baseball predictions this season. Trevor and I we choose who's going to win the series and by what margin. Twins win the series 2-1. They sweep them. They get swept by the Rays 3-0. We're going to do that. And then Trevor and I will each choose one game to predict in the series. Trevor could choose game 3 and I could choose game 1. And then for that game, we choose a score prediction and a player prediction. Obviously, who wins with that wins score prediction, and then a player prediction for that specific game. So each of us will just predict one game in the series. To get a little overview today, Bailey over, Twins opening day starter. It's Bailey over versus Joe Boyle, who he's been in the major leagues last 2 years, had 13 appearances. Nothing special, though. 2024, 6.4 ERA. Last year, 4.6 ERA. He did have one start this year, 6 innings pitched, let 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. So it's a righty, and I actually just got the Twins lineup for today. So you're not going to like it, but we're not going to talk about it in depth. Cody Clemens leading off. Then we got Byron, Luke Keyshaw, Matt Wallner, Josh Bell, Ryan Jeffers, Trevor Larnach, Royce Lewis, and Tristan Gray. So there's another thing. Tristan Gray, Brooks Lee is out again.
But or do they just give it to him? Because Tristan came from the Rays, did he not? I strictly think it's a.
Well, he was on the Rays at this. We got him from the Red Sox.
Oh, that is true. So he played for both the teams. I was gonna make like a half serious, half joke thing of this could be he was a depth guy. It's not like some starter they shockingly got rid of or anything, but his revenge game, if you want to call it. But no, I strictly think this is Brooks Lee is just.
Well, this is saying a lot because it would have been Brooks Lee on the left side of the plate, which he's more comfortable in, and Derek still. Nope. Not right now, Brooks. Not right now. It's not even like his right side of the plate for Brooks is so much more shaky. But to continue, tomorrow, Mick Abel's making his first start of the season. He went far in his first appearance against the Orioles, but that was a relief appearance. Tomorrow it's Steven Matz, so a big veteran. He's been in the league over 10 years now. Made one start already this year, 5 innings pitched, let up 4 earned runs and 2 strikeouts. So Steven Matz is easily a guy the Twins can get to, but it's another lefty, and the Twins have struggled mightily against lefties this year. That's game 2, Mick Abel versus Matz. And then game 3 to finish it off, Simeon Woods Richardson versus Nick Martinez, another veteran. He's been in the league. I think this is his 9th season, 9th or 10th for Nick Martinez. But he had a good start to start the year, only 2 earned runs and 5 innings pitched. But another veteran for the Rays. They develop pitching. They obviously signed some veterans that they think can be trustworthy. But Twins, Bailey Ober, Mick Abel, and Simeon Woods Richardson. There you go. Trevor, who wins the series and by what margin?
Rays 2 games to 1.
Okay.
1, 2 of 3 for the Rays.
All right. Rays win series 2-1, and count me as a hopeful. Twins win the series 2-1. I'm not going to be predicting this much this year, but yeah, Twins win 2-1 in the series. I mean, the Rays are a good team. They have a they have a good lineup, but it's easily the worst team that the Twins have played. They have a big chance today against a guy who's just hasn't shown much in the major leagues as a whole. And then tomorrow is Steven Matz.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he averages like he's Bailey over speed with his fastball, if I'm not mistaken. It's really slow stuff. It's he tries painting the edges, but it's a guy the Twins can really, really get to.
And it's a lefty, so yeah, more reason.
All right. We're each choosing a game, so you know what? I'll let you choose first. What game are you predicting?
I'm going for the finale with Simeon.
Okay. All right. So Trevor, Simeon's, game 3.
Yeah, 6 innings pitched, giving up no. Or
this is your prediction? Wait, who wins first?
I guess I just kind of confused myself. So we're not picking. In my case, I'm not picking today's game. I'm picking the game of my prediction, right?
Yeah, you choose one game from the whole series to predict.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the finale game. I guess that's right off my score prediction. Let me see who's pitching.
Simeon versus Martinez. Yeah, Sim versus Martinez.
Was Martinez good last year? I know he's kind of been.
He's always been around that 3. Last year, 4.4 ERA.
So 4.4. What about the year prior? I guess I'm just
3.1, 3.1, 3.4, 3.4.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was gonna say I thought he had a really good sneaky good year. Because didn't he come from Cincy? Anyways,
yep, it is a righty. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with the Twins lose 4-1.
Twins lose 4-1 in game 3. All right, and then player prediction.
Make
player
that
/ game
3-1.
prediction.
Do 3-1.
All right.
And then Simeon prediction would be because I just realized I didn't really go with my prediction. Simeon 6 innings pitched, giving up 1 or no runs. So good quality start for Simeon.
Simeon 6+ innings pitched with 1 or less.
So someone in the bullpen will be a typical bullpen pitcher for the current Twins and give up some runs. Unfortunately, Simeon will have a good game.
This is difficult. I really, in all my might, want to pick game 2.
I know you want to do game 2. Yeah,
I want to do game 2. Well, I do, but it's opening day. I feel like it's gonna be the biggest crowd of the series.
I will say, because when I was hesitant thinking of my score prediction in my head, I was thinking of like today's game because I think I'm just so used to our Wild and Wolves predictions. What I will say is because looking at the stats, Twins have struggled mightily on offense.
Yeah,
Ober is a major question mark.
Yeah, it is. He's
going into this game for pitching the home opener. The Rays are hitting well. The Twins aren't hitting well. Everything shows that the Twins should lose this game, and they probably will. My only thing is, are the Twins going to get that spark for it's their first home game? That's what I'm.
That's what I'm going off of here.
That's initially my score was going to be 5-4. I don't know if you want to smash that for me. I was just thinking both pitchers are going to kind of struggle because it's kind of a guy, really a no-name guy with the Rays. He probably won't be in the MLB come 2 or 3 years from now. And then Ober's just looked really shaky so far, and there's a lot of concern there. So it'll probably be more of an offensive game. But then again, that's saying a lot. The Rays are hitting well, but can the Twins bring the offense? That's the whole question. Can they rely on the energy?
And and this is where I'm going to go. The Twins, game 1, Twins win. I might have to steal that 5-4. It's just, here's the thing.
Do it.
Home openers in the past have been, it's 38 degrees the whole game. No sun. Players are going to be freezing their butts off.
That's true. It could be low scoring then.
I know it's hard to predict here, but this is the whole series this weekend. It might snow on the game on tomorrow's game. Twins win. I'll say 4-3. Okay, and for my player prediction, one guy that he's going to see, this is going to be the most packed the ballpark has been for this player in his career so far. He's going to feed off of that. Luke Keyshaw will, he will have 2+ hits in this game today. That's what I got. I am so confident within this. Luke feeds off of energy. I feel bad that he's in this organization right now where the fans are not, they're just out right now because Luke his walk-up song is literally Rocky's theme song. Dun, 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 bum, 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 that. And it's like, I love watching him play. 2+ hits for Luke Keyshaw today. The biggest crowd that he's ever seen at Target Field. And it's not even like it's going to be like a huge crowd today, most likely, but it's opening day. He's going to feed off the energy. Luke Keyshaw propels the win.
If anything, we'll inject the energy in him.
Yeah.
Just you and I in an empty stadium.
Yes, that's exactly what we'll do.
It'll just be us and Van Villeran.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's our Twins predictions. Wolves predictions tonight. Wolves are in. I just realized I didn't change.
Philly.
Yes, yeah, they're in Philly to play the 76ers. And now I need to look. I can't make the same mistake I did last night. Is Anthony Edwards playing?
I have not seen anything from him yet as of 11 a.m.
Yeah, so not anything for Ant yet. Obviously, McDaniels.
I would say he's probably not playing because I've been noticing I don't think he's ever with the 2-man road trips. At least he's not on the bench. Maybe he's in like
when
the
he
locker
has
room
an
or whatever.
injury.
So ever since like the knee thing, which I think everyone is all for because you'd rather just have him rested for playoffs.
Yep.
Or at least as close as to 100% as he can be. Yeah, I would just bet on him not playing. That's what I'm doing with my prediction.
That's exactly
I don't
what I'm doing.
him to play.
Joel Embiid is doubtful for tonight with an illness.
Either.
So
and then
take that
McDaniels
with what you will, but
still for quite a bit. Or week to week when I say quite
the
a
Wolves
bit.
did just lose to the Sixers like a week and a half ago or whatever that was at the tail end. Or I'm completely flipping that around now.
Did we play? I know we've played them, but I don't know if we've played them recently. Have we?
Oh, I'm completely thinking of the Pistons game that we lost. Yeah, that was the one at home. Recently. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, because the last one was the blowout loss, February 22nd.
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking of too. Yeah. I knew we lost to them by a big margin.
Yeah.
Either way, tail end of the season, the Wolves are most likely going to be a 6th seed. I'm getting tired of it, always having to play these game 7s on the road and everything. Either way, the Wolves are like a game back from the Rockets now. The Rockets won last night. Wolves trying to right the ship a little bit here. 76ers playing better basketball, 42-34. Embiid out. They still have Maxey. What do you think, Trev? I'll let you go first.
I've got us losing a close game. Like I said, I'm not expecting Ant to play. I don't think he will. I don't know. Just kind of worth monitoring. Keep an eye on it. I just feel like in every road game I've noticed the last couple weeks, I don't ever see Ant on the bench. In the home games, he's there. prefer road games. So that's why I don't think
Might
he's
be
playing.
right.
I'm going to have us losing a close game against the Sixers. I got Sixers winning 118 to 114. And then I think Tyrese Maxey's going to have
Wait, what was the score? Sorry, 118 to 114.
To 114 loss for the Wolves. And the Maxey, I have him going for 25 plus points and 5 plus assists.
Points and then 5 plus assists.
Yeah, 25 plus. Yeah.
All right. And 5 plus assists. All right. I'm also following up with a Maxey prediction here, too. I also have the Wolves losing. I'm going to go 1. Dude, you know what? I think it'll be a defensive effort today. The defense has been way more reliable with Ayo on the court, playing more ever since Ant's been injured. The defense, like, just the intensity of it has picked up, which is ironic because Jaden hasn't played in the last 3 or 4 games now. But 112 to 104. And my prediction for Maxey is Maxey will have simply, this is it, just 3 plus steals. Wolves are always careless with the basketball. Maxey's had, usually it's, well, I'll just read the last 10 games. 1 steal, 0, 1, 4, 1, 1, 5, 2, 3. So he has a few games where I've seen him play a lot. He's good on defense, and he's averaging 29 a game this year. So Tyrese, heck of a ball player right there. But 3 plus steals. 2 Maxey predictions. Look at that. We're just all out on the Wolves.
Hashtag go Kentucky, right, Bruce?
Yeah. Go Kentucky, sure. Either way, I want to just go right to the Western Conference standings. Last thing here. The Wolves are officially, 1 full game, not a half game, 1 full game behind Houston now. We do play Houston again in like 3 games or something, but so that'll be a big game. It either sets you up for a playoff series against Denver or LA. Who would you rather take right now? No explanation, just
Denver in a heartbeat.
Denver. Okay. Same, but I also need to watch this Luka injury from last night. I need to see where that goes because Luka hurt his hamstring last night. I don't know the severity of it, but either way, we'll keep track of that. Everyone, enjoy your Twins opening day today. Try to stay warm. I know my wife is going to be bringing a blanket. So all that matters.
Make sure she's overly dressed.
That's the tough part. Yeah.
No, we're not leaving until you throw on an 08 later.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the whole crew runnings with the entire. Yeah, they
just can't stick your arms down.
You gotta like waddle.
Yeah. All right. People, have a good night. And make sure you keep following the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. Next goal, let's get up to 6,000 subscribers. We're on our way there. So let's keep that going, people. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your day at Twins at Target Field.